Hey guys, it's Amber here. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel, Plan Aloud. And today we are going to do a fun recipe plan with me. I love these videos. I think they're so fun and of course give you new ideas to try. So I am going to do my recipe plan with me today. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I know usually I do a dessert. The whole point of me doing this recipe book is because my son wanted the recipes that I cook, and I have to make the things or write out the things that are his favorite, right? So this is by far one of his favorite dishes. It's inspired from two different things. We used to go to this restaurant called Bodhi Tree, and it was a vegan Vietnamese restaurant, and it was called clay pot fish, and it was basically faux fish in mushrooms and like this sauce that was delicious that you put over rice. I am actually going to adapt my recipe from a recipe that I found online. It is definitely Vietnamese. It is called Vietnamese Caramelized and Braised fish. So let's just write that down. I'm gonna use these Pigma Micron, one in 08 and one in 05. My writing is not the best, so I'm gonna definitely have to like double line this, so maybe I should do it in 05. So here we go. Oh, see, I'm already messing up. I already forgot the E in Vietnamese. Luckily it's over here. I hate when I mess up over here. It's not cute to fix. I mean, that doesn't look good either, but you know, my son is not gonna care as long as it's written out so he can, you know, cook it later on in life. I should like learn how to letter, because when I do these it would, you know, look better, but you know, it is what it is, you know. I am not going to go over. So on here it says that it will, like the recipe that I'm looking at, it says that it will serve two, but when I make this meal it easily serves us each twice, so it's serving us 6 servings. And the main ingredient is definitely, I don't want to say fake, but I guess we're gonna go fake fish. I can't even spell. See, now that's like messed up. There's no way for me to fix it except for to white it out. Fake fish. I could have put faux fish, but it is what it is. Difficulty to me, I am an avid cooker, baker. It's incredibly easy. Prep time is about 10 minutes. Cook time is about 30 minutes. You definitely cook this on medium heat. Medium heat. Serve this with, in my particular, I usually serve it with green beans, broccoli, or like asparagus. In my picture here, you can't really tell. I did print it out with my camera. I did figure out how to lighten it, but I lightened it way too much. I'm just gonna write steamed rice because I always serve it with a brown rice. My son doesn't like brown rice, but he still will eat it because he wants the meal. I rarely make white rice. I also, with this particular dish here, I served it with a steamed rice, and I'm just gonna write choice of veggies. In mine, I served it with purple asparagus. It's called purple haze asparagus, which I think is hilarious if you get the reference. Oh man, I didn't want to write the whole thing in this Pigma Micron. I wanted to use my Muji 0.38. This is my favorite. So we are going to get to our ingredients, but first let's pull out all of our recipe plan books. And even though we don't use real fish, I want to see if there's anything that will be remotely close to this bowl dish that I made here. So I'm gonna go into food yellow. Unfortunately, they didn't specify like the difference between the yellow and the green book. Don't know why. I could throw down some asparagus because I did make it with asparagus and mushrooms. I put a lot of mushrooms in mine. My son probably would not because he doesn't really care for mushrooms. I mean, that looks pretty. That looks like mac and cheese. I think this is gonna be like my best bet. So I'm gonna light that out. Put this one here. How cute. And I'm gonna put it with some chopsticks. This is actually how my husband eats his. So he loves eating with chopsticks, like really does. Cute. I don't know if Vietnamese people use, you know, chopsticks or if they use forks. That would be something to actually look into, you know. Okay, let me just look in. Oh, I didn't pull the green one out. So here's the green food one that I didn't pull out with the rest of my food stuff. Let me just see. I don't know if you guys are big cookers, but if you are, like, what's one of your favorite dishes to cook? Freaking. Yesterday, I went crazy. Like, the beginning of my week has been incredibly stressful. So, I have just kind of thrown myself into cooking at this point because it is making me happy. It's definitely like my happy place. Okay, so now we're gonna write down our ingredients. This is not ingredients heavy, which is nice. I think it's weird when recipes tell you how much oil you need. Like if you're going to like saute something, of course you need oil, you know? I don't want to write this, that's the thing. Okay, there's not enough of that dot to use, unfortunately. Maybe I need to go back further. Maybe I need to go into a different book because this one doesn't seem to have the colored dots I want. I think it's this original recipe one. Yeah. I think I used all the blue ones up. I like it to match like the little corner up here, but I can always use the bronze ones, you know? That will work just fine too. And if there's like, ingredients that I want to add, I can. I think under the notes, that's where I'll write something else I like atop the clay pot fish. Like I like to call this clay pot fish, but we're gonna go by the Vietnamese caramelized and braised fish because that is the true name of it. Just at the restaurant, that's what they called it because and it was cooked in a clay pot. And I don't have a clay pot to put it in, braise it in the like oven, so I just make it on the stove top, and it comes out like, when the first time I like figured out how to make it, my husband was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It really does remind me of, you know, the restaurant that we used to go to. It was our favorite restaurant. It wasn't super fancy or anything like that, but it was our favorite restaurant, and we went there for all of our special occasions. We went there for our first year anniversary. We went there like when we started taking our son there. Like, the owner was just so sweet to us. Like, when we walked in, like, they like knew us. And where the restaurant was located, it was in a really nice neighborhood, really nice part of Huntington Beach, and we stuck out like sore thumbs. And I remember one Christmas we went there. It wasn't on Christmas, but it was really close to Christmas, and we actually went there, and my manager at the time, one of my Christmas gifts that she gave me was a coupon for there. Or not a coupon, but, you know, like a gift card or whatever. And the people that were next to us, we had no clue, paid for our whole dinner. We just have really fond memories of this restaurant. I should like write like in the notes section, like inspired by Bodhi Tree. I'll do that later on. Okay, so I'm gonna write all the ingredients in, and I will be back. So these are all of the ingredients. I actually had to add one because I completely forgot that in this recipe it doesn't call for mushrooms, but I always put a ton of mushrooms in it. So here are the ingredients: a pound of fake or faux fish. It should look like actual fish, not like those like fish stick kind of things. And then oil for pan searing, 10 cloves of garlic, half of yellow onion, or, you know, white onion or whatever, 8 ounces of mushrooms, 3 tablespoons of fake or faux fish sauce, 1 teaspoon of mushroom sauce, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of coconut water, and then the last 2 are white pepper to taste and black pepper to taste. So super easy, like small ingredient list, which is my jam. Yeah, I will now write out the preparation for this. This always takes the longest, so I do it off screen. So I'm gonna write this out and I will be back. I feel like this one took me a little bit longer because I had to adjust it for my faux fish recipe for their traditional Vietnamese recipe. First, you have to slice the fish into 1-inch pieces, add oil to a pan on medium heat, and you're gonna sear each side for about 3 minutes until golden brown, and then you're gonna lay it on a paper towel to cool. Step 2, you're gonna saute the onions until fragrant, then add in the garlic until it's lightly brown. Step 3, you then add in the mushrooms and saute for a minute because you don't want that garlic to burn. And then you add in all the liquid ingredients. So the fish sauce, the mushroom sauce, the water, and the coconut water. You just cook that until it starts to boil. At that point, you would add back in the fish, or add fish back into a pan and sprinkle with peppers. You know, the white pepper and the black pepper, and then reduce heat and let simmer for about 30 minutes, and then adjusting your seasonings as needed. And our 5th and final step, you're going to gently mix the fish mixture until it's to your desired liking. So if you want it to be more liquidy, you would stop at that point, but if you want it to, you know, like the fish to really soak up that sauce, you're gonna cook it a little bit longer just to make sure that it just soaks it up. And then when you put it over the rice, it's gonna be so good. Like, there's almost no, when I make it how I like it, I don't like there to be too much juice left. So I like the fish to really soak up the juice. So when I put it over my rice, it's more like a dried, not dried, but the rice is a little bit more dry and the fish is a little bit more like soaked up the sauce. It's real good. And then you're gonna enjoy. This is delicious, not gonna lie. My family loves it. I'm actually going to cut this and put it here. So let's do that. Let me get my bigger scissors. I think that would be better. Sorry, a plane is going by and I'm not gonna cut it out because I live in the flight zone. So I serve this with purple asparagus. Normally I don't, but I was at the Asian market and I just happened to see it. They only had like 3 bunches left. So I grabbed 2 and it was called Purple Haze Asparagus, which I think is hilarious. Know anything about, marijuana? There's some strains that are called like Purple Haze, which I just thought it was like a funny play on words. But it's a lot milder than traditional like green asparagus. It's actually sweet. It's a lot sweeter. And it was my first time cooking the asparagus, so I cut it into like diagonal pieces, like 1 spear I cut into like 3s, and I actually cooked it in like hoisin sauce, which if you don't know what hoisin sauce is, it's like a sweet sauce. So it actually really complemented the asparagus, and I didn't find that out until after I had cooked it, because usually I just cook my like Asian style vegetables and a little bit of like spicy sauce and a little bit of soy sauce, to be perfectly honest. Let's put it in like this, and I'm actually going to write a little recipe over here, so I'll be back. Take 2 slices of jalapenos and add to a medium saucepan. Oh, that's supposed to be on medium heat. We're gonna do this. Medium heat. With 2 tablespoons of butter. Saute until jalapenos start to wilt. At that point, you're gonna take 4 cloves of garlic chopped and add to the jalapeno. Add to the jalapenos, saute until garlic is light brown, and then you're going to place a small amount of that mixture on top of your fish and rice. So let's go into these books over here, and I think this would be so cute to use. I hate that this side is like all like this, and this side like there's more space, and I could like add more stickers to, because I want to add this in, because I definitely like to cook mine in like a little Dutch oven kind of thing that I have. And then let's just add some veggies at the bottom. I'm gonna add some dancing veggies down here, just for the heck of it, because why not? And usually when I create these pages, I only decorate the front, because the back, like, I know these pages like really make it like kind of confines you to like creativity, as opposed to starting off with a blank page. I know a lot of planner babes, that's how they do theirs, but I wanted like my son to have like a traditional recipe book, so that's why I'm using this, and I think that he'll enjoy it. Like when he has a family, I think they'll really enjoy this, Let me actually look in here. This one definitely has tons more veggies and things in here. What else would I definitely would cook broccoli with this. There is like no doubt about that. My son's favorite veggie. What's your guys' favorite veggie? I don't have one because I like a lot of veggies, but then there's a ton that I don't like. Like, I don't like the ones that get squishy. I don't like squishy veggies. Oh my gosh. And that would be like, let me see, what's a squishy veggie? Eggplant, no thanks. Squash, oh no. Zucchini, never in a million years. That is where it's gonna, you lost Amber. Those are what I call my squishy veggies, unfortunately. Should I put a yummy or a tasty or so good? So good. I feel like that kind of throws it off, but I'm gonna leave it because it's already there. I feel like I just need a little something right here. Maybe these veggies that I cut off, no, they're not big enough. They're pretty much scraps. Let me just put this one on there for the heck of it. It's like beet. I would never serve beets. I'm not a big beet person. If it's in a smoothie, like a juice, I'll do it. But I don't like beets on the side. I don't like beets in my salads. Like, I'm not that girl. That's the kind of stuff like my husband likes. Just not me, not me. Okay. So there you guys go. The Vietnamese caramelized and braised fish. And this is my adaptation, and I will definitely link the recipe, the original recipe for this, so you could try it the very traditional Vietnamese way. I'm imagining that would be delicious because I feel like mine comes out tasty every single time. It's definitely a family favorite. And if you didn't know, I used every single one of these recipe or food books. So yellow food, the original, red recipe, the green food, and then the red accessory book. If you guys like this plan with me, you should definitely give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, click the notification so you'll be notified when I post content. Thanks so much, and remember to have a beautiful one and to try something new. Bye guys.